Hi, everybody. Part two, Harry Briner building the book. So I told you I submitted to an editor, and it was kind of a hit to the old ego, if you will, when they say, make some changes and do this and do that. You don't get to sit down with them and have a conversation and say, well, what were you thinking? They just say, here's what I think you need to do. And they don't really give you a lot of reasoning behind it. And you can't argue with them. You can't hassle them. They're going to say, go somewhere else. But one of the things that this editor recommended was this awesome book called Fire Up Your Fiction. And this is what really I've been working on for the last several months. You could see all of my post-its of all the things that I did. But what I did was I took this book and I made basically 2 pages of bullet points of things that I needed to do. And they were things that you would never even think of. For example, take out the word that as many times as you can. Well, I would do a word search on a chapter, and I would see that I had the word that 7 times, let's say. And, might say, Kate realized that, blah, 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 blah. And these are the things you don't even realize that you're doing as a writer, and that now you have to fix. Take out a lot of adverbs quickly, randomly, suddenly, things that you don't even realize you were doing. So I've been spending the last several months going chapter by chapter and just going through this 2-page checklist that I made from Fire Up Your Fiction. So thank you to Jody Renner. Thank you to Fire Up Your Fiction. Thank you to this editor who recommended it to me. And I'm doing the work and making the changes, going chapter by chapter. And, it takes me maybe an hour or so to go through each chapter and go through the checklist and make sure that I'm not making these little mistakes or not doing these little pitfalls that first-time authors have a tendency to do. So we said this is Briner building the book. We thought it was built. In a lot of ways it is, but you know what? You go through the rewriting process. You make it better. You get feedback. You take it in. You swallow your ego, and you do what you have to do to get a bestseller. Let's hope, right? Stay tuned for part 3.